Yo, what's up, everybody? David Hem here. This is the Be Wealthy Podcast, and I'm broadcasting live from the offices of the Healing Fields, right? Heels on wheels, keep it on chills. Yes, yes, yes. What a beautiful day it is, and it's gonna be. Philly forecast, I heard it's gonna be about like 58 degrees today. That sounds pretty dope, right? Um, this might upset those global warming folks. That's gonna, it's like, yeah, so, it's just funny to see. It's like people upset about it, but hate that it's so cold. You gotta make up your mind. You gotta make up your mind. Just fucking with y'all, all right? So check it out. Today, I want to talk about redefining and upgrading our vocabulary because these vocabularies, Capulets. I think that's some Shakespeare stuff right there. I don't know how that kind of intervened with my thought processes. Yeah, man, I'm always about updating my words. I'm always about updating. Let me adjust my hat. That shit was tight. I used to be about updating my wardrobe, updating my partners, or updating my software, shit like that. And yeah, that played a part until I realized it wasn't it. That just wasn't what's gonna make me feel better. Or that wasn't gonna fill, hold on, that empty hole. Let me just take this damn thing. Oh shit. So look at that. My hand is all chewed up. No, that's gonna work right now. There we go. Wardrobe malfunction. There we go. That's much better. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, everybody? David Hem here. This is the Be Wealthy Podcast. This is episode 5. Cinco, synchro. Cinco on the Cinco de Mayo. I still got that May fever popping off in here. So, yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day today, says the forecast. You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna be even better. Because it's right in here. Because I'm not. I do my best to not allow external circumstances to dictate what's happening on within me. It's always more so about the internal, right? And I had to get away from my inclinations, my proclivity to blame the weather or blame the traffic or blame other people for the bullshit that I feel, right? Or for what I'm going through. And what that does to somebody, to me, is takes me further away from the solution. It's real easy to go off and blame someone else, like Trump or fucking the weather or, your partner and shit like that, right? Like these things that are external circumstances are symptoms of a much deeper underlying issue, right? So you have to learn how to take accountability, right? Acceptance, acknowledgement. And these things open up the door to explore other solutions. Because if we're looking to change the outside world, you hear it all the time. You got to start with thine self. Thine self is the only way. Because whatever you're feeling internally is how you will perceive the world, right? Because you could only experience yourself. And that's it. And that's how it always will be. And there'll never be anything else than that. So this is the experience of life. The experience of life is to have your own experience. These are one of those groundbreaking metaphysical truths that will change the trajectory of your existence and then change in your landscape as well of how you see everything. Because once you start to make the changes inward and you realize that your experience is your own experience, and how you perceive the world is stemming and originating from you and your internal dictionary and your own frames of references and your own desires. And then you start to realize, shit, it's all on me. Shit. What? That's that karate life, y'all. Cause then, as overwhelming as it can be at first, for the first week, for the first month, and shit like that, you're gonna start to learn about yourself a bit more. Because if I'm in a state of gratitude, and if I'm in a state of peace and harmony, how I see the world, whatever comes into my frame of perception, will be through that lens. Okay? It's like I practice on finding the silver lining in all things, or at least I try to say the things. You ever had that phrase, it's like, yeah, Dave, whatever makes you sleep at night. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll disagree with somebody and it's not in alignment with what they feel. And then you'll say, yeah, Dave, whatever makes you sleep at night. And my response to that is like, yeah, fucking damn right. Whatever makes me sleep at night. Because I know that sleeping, resting, is my number one tool of healing. And when I heal, then I can start to make some changes. And then I can start to improve the community that I'm in, make direct impact from my own actions. Okay? So if I see negative in the world because I'm negative in the world, it's that one meme you see. It's like they're in a school bus. One person is looking out one side of the window and it's all sunshine and greatness, and the other guy's looking at the other side of the window and all he sees is this dark gray skull shit. Because it's you. It is you all along that will change the world if you want that to be the case. In fact, you can't change the world. You can only change your view of the world. And then with changing yourself in a harmonious and kindful nature, the byproducts is that your community will benefit off it as well. Because world peace isn't contingent upon the population. World peace is contingent upon the individual. It starts with you. Right? Gandhi said it, you know what I mean? He said it best, be the change you wish to see in the world. And that's how you know that you're making great change, because it is exhausting when you try to start from 0 to 1,000, when you try to change the entire political landscape, you know what I mean? And your internal environment is a mess. And that's what happens. So acquire self-knowledge, acquire wisdom, implement it, start with you, and then allow that, to transcend and vibrate outwardly in all dimensions from ground zero. Because if I'm trying to fix something with a tool that is faulty, anything I try to I'll just make it worse. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff right there, Millie. You know what I mean? Millie, babies. Here, let me give you some of this. Some treats. Pepperoni! So that means, because my tool is me. I'm a tool. And I mean it in the most positive way. My body, my intellect is the tool that I use to help heal myself and others, right? Because it's in the, being a kind of, what do you call that? An instrument of peace, like a conduit, I forgot what it's called, but it's like when something passes through you. Because the philosophy I've learned and I attained is a condolence. I forget. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. It passes through me, through my image, through my words, through my actions, And I'm just doing the best I can while I'm here. And it's all the suffering that I've been through in my experience that has allowed me this platform and has allowed me this intellect. It's allowed me to make a direct change. And that's why I say it, because I started changing myself. Shout out to Lou Tang, Big Lou, you know what I mean? He told me, it's like, when I got out of jail and I was like so eager to make things right with my pops, but I wasn't ready to make things all good with my peoples. You know what I mean? I didn't deserve it. I didn't earn the right to make things right yet. I had to learn. I had to be patient. And he's hit me with these banging ass words. He was like, yo, when you get better, they get better. And that stuck with me. So shout out to Lou for that. Big kind words. What's up, Lou? Thank you so much for that. That shit is always, always in my mind. And I couldn't have said it any better than that. And then I did get better. And then my pops started seeing I got better. Then he started to trust me a little bit. And then he started to loan me money when I asked for it, because he had a little bit of trust. He didn't give me a lot. He just gave, all right, here, let's see what you got. Pay it to me next week. And then I would. And that built a little more trust. And it's because I started to work on myself. And it was through community. It was through a network, It was through gratitude that I was able to see how beautiful my life truly is. Yo, say what's up to Ruby. Ruby! Yo, Ruby's doing well, yo. And so with Ruby, I got a little quartz in there now. And it made this flower, this plant, this blossom bloom, Orlando bloom. And then back to this experience. The 3 E's: existential, experimental, and experiential. That's the way I live my life. To make things not so personal, I start to run experiments on my life. Maybe if I started taking cold showers and I take my notes and see how that affects my aches and my pains and my body. Even when I started smoking cigarettes again, I was like, all right, I'm in it now. So I might as well see what I can do while I'm in this place. So can I eventually quit them when I want to? And I eventually did. And that grew so much in me because I didn't take it personal when I did smoke. And my experiment was like to, just smoke it up, honor every cigarette, throw it away. I wasn't tripping and being mad about myself for smoking. I was being kind to myself. And again, this just works for me, okay? Some people might need a kick in the behind to make a change. Yeah, man, I learned this not too long ago, man. To Aaron Abke, check him out on YouTube. He's amazing, and he was like, I've heard it all the time, but I wasn't ready to implement it. I wasn't ready to understand it. And that's what happens on this path, of development and spiritual growth. You're going to hear things and it's not going to resonate, and it's going to go right over your head because you're not ready. And then how somebody gets ready is through experience, right? You got to go through things before something is like, oh, now I get it. Let it go. Oh, let it go. That's, yeah. You'll only experience yourself. Back to that, yeah, because even when I say something mean about somebody, that's coming from me. That's coming from my internal references, my internal dictionary, my internal experience. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, what about Trump, Dave? And he's like, yeah, okay, but that still is coming out of me, right? And even when it comes to that, I want to see what happens. I'm reserving judgment for everything, and I still won't spew any venom towards him. You know what I mean? You're talking to somebody that won't spew any venom towards Pol Pot, right? And he's the one who damn near wiped out the Cambodian race. I have to find ways to live with the darkness of the world. Otherwise, I suffer, and then my work suffers, and then I can't, complete my mission. And I can't tell you what that mission is, because I feel it. I just feel it. Because when I get mad and I get angry about something, I dull my conscience. When I'm judging and I'm blaming, I dull my conscience. When I'm not rested or not eating well, I dull my conscience. And then what? I'm no good to anybody. Every day I think about it, and more is being revealed to me about what I'm supposed to be doing here. It just feels right. It feels good. So that's why I take care of my body, because I want to get to the next class and speak and teach optimally, efficiently. It's like of course I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna say the wrong thing every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying and I'm doing my best. So, anything you feel about anybody, I hate to say it, it's on you. It's on you. Nobody injects anger into you when somebody pisses you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, they are the stimuli to evoking a certain emotion within you, but it's you and your chemistry that is creating that emotion, that wave in the emotion. Because when you're angry and when you're frustrated and you're outraged, that dulls your decision making. And I'm not talking about the decision of what you're going to eat and what time you're going to go pick up your kid or this stuff like that. I'm talking about decision making of, I'm going to be happy. Because emotions and feelings are choices we have. It's like a damn Chinese food menu. I saw a study, there's like over 34,000 emotions. That's, I believe it's Alan Watkins, co-founder of Complete Coherence. Either 34,000 or 3,400. Either way, it's a lot of feelings someone has the ability to feel. And there's feelings like anger and frustration and stuff like that can make you, that can exacerbate an already pre-existing issue. There's this TED Talk, Eric Bischoff, he ran the WCW and the WWE for a short time, right? And he talks about how politics has taken a page out of wrestling, professional wrestling. And I was really intrigued by this because I love wrestling. Well, I used to love wrestling. And I looked at it, and he talks about how, look, in wrestling, it's entertainment. And if you ever looked in the crowd of wrestling, in a wrestling arena, they're all yelling and hooting, hoot, 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 and then spewing, I hate you, and yah, yah, yah. And the role of the wrestler, the actor, the entertainer, you know what I mean, is to get you to feel. So there's the, I forgot, the baby face, I think it's called, and there's the heel. So the baby face is like the good guy, and the heel is the bad guy, right? And the role in the bad guy is like, I don't care if you hate me as long as you're feeling. Because when you're feeling, you're not thinking. And that's what politics has done. And that's what mass media has done to us. And now social media has done that to us. We feel like shit when we see someone. Well, I feel like shit when I see somebody traveling on a boat and like in the white sands and the wind is blowing. I'm like, what the? But depending on what state I'm in, because sometimes I'm like, oh, good for them. I'll be there one day if that's what I want. Most days I'm like, you mother. How'd you? Then I'm not thinking because I'm in my shit. I'm in my emojis. And once that happens, I can't create a better place for myself. I can't create a better world. I can't create a better me. And that's what they do, right? That's what the media does. Like, I bet you. Try the 7-day no media challenge. You know that? Think about some of the suffering, most of the suffering you do have. Where does it stem from? Like, where was your attention when you felt hurt, when you felt pain, or when you recalled a memory about something you saw on the news? Because that's what the news is doing. Most news, okay? But how do I stay informed? You don't. Fuck that shit. Just try it. It'll be there. There's no shortage of it. There's billions of dollars being generated through it to keep your attention from yourself. Because if you're feeling and you're thinking, if you're feeling all angry and stuff, you're not thinking about healing. And that's what they don't want us to do. You sound like conspiracy theorists. It's not a conspiracy anymore. You see it. What is the majority of what's on the news, right? Something to piss you off. Look at it objectively. Try to take yourself out of your body, out of your feelings, and just notice and see what the quality of content is being conveyed through those screens. Like on Facebook, right? Facebook is just like a breeding ground of baiting people into arguing, mostly. So when I see people that are doing that, goodbye, unfollow, mute, peace. I don't want that. It's like my Instagram. All my Instagram is puppies, kittens, inspirational quotes, entrepreneurship quotes, all these type of things. And because that's how, right? And that's how you can try to beat them at their own game, right? If these algorithms are dictating what I see on my threads, and like for me, I need these social media platforms. I don't need, but I want these social media platforms to help the biz, the healing fields. But I gotta get in, I gotta get out. And I gotta, create my own algorithms. All right. Start liking all the things that are inspirational. Start following things that are inspirational and create goodness in your body. And peppered in with a little bit of UFO and a little bit of ghost stories and stuff, because I like that shit, right? But then that's how you can help reprogram yourself. Because there's something about that primordial, that primitive brain that we just get off on the fucking negative stuff. It's juicy. It's like empty carbs, man. Man, it's a good one. It's a good topic. I love doing this podcast. This is great. I love the whole feeling. I love the vibes of doing this. This is beautiful. So when you start to notice, when you start to observe and see that, we're being played here, right? There's a quote in Watchmen by Dr. Manhattan. He's like, we're all puppets. The only difference is I can see the strings. So see the strings that are manipulating you. See the strings that are pulling you. I'm angry. Because what? You know what I mean? Because it's almost like we're just avatars. You know what I mean? And this is why it's so important to practice stillness, to be aware. Because once you see above, right? Stay away from this level. Because this is, that monkey brain, that reptilian primordial brain. It's like, you got to just increase it just a little bit. And start to see the deception, start to see the manipulation that's occurring on our streams, on our threads. Ancient Egyptians knew it. Attention. Attention is what people want. Attention is what these marketing agencies want. It's called the attention economy. Shout out to Andrew Yang that's looking to implement that if he's elected, something to help combat the attention deficit stuff, right? Because they know once they have your attention, they know how to manipulate it. And what blueprint are social media platforms all adopting? What made more money than sporting events, concerts, amusement parks? What else? What made more money than that? What makes more money than that? Slot machines. Slot machines, right? And they use that blueprint in social media. This is why when you log on to your Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that, they make you wait to see what notifications you have. And sometimes they even withhold likes from you. Because then you're like, once you log on, you're like, yeah, slice, and you wait for that, and you'll be like, friend request, message, notification, like, oh, check me, yeah! Dopamine feedback loops. Again, moderation. I'm not saying all of this is bad, but I'm just saying see the strings that are being pulled. And that can help bring you deeper and deeper into developing yourself and creating the life that you wish to have. And this all stems from understanding your own experience. This stems from me from not being angry all the time. Because again, like I said, anger clouds my judgment, and it clouds my my own power of living the life I wish or feeling the way I want to feel. Because the feelings, that's the seasoning of life. I mean, I'm not trying to be a robot and not feel anything. Because I think that's why we're here, is to experience life and all of it. Like, I love anger. I like it. I like it in little doses. Sure, I feed off it. And when I have anger, I get shit done. But it's when you're in a constant state of anger, when you're in a constant state of fight and flight, is when you're looking to survive rather than live, is when we start to gain disease. Like, if I'm constantly looking on my shoulder and like I'm constantly uncertain, then I'm stressed. Right? It's like that cool documentary, A Nation Under Stress. And the number one cause for stress is uncertainty. We're not sure about anything. And then we're wasting the best years of our lives. We're wasting the best years of our lives. You know, I just kind of go off the rails and I just go and spew and I just open the doors of my mind and I let this stuff come out. And you're probably not going to agree with everything I say, and that's fine. That's just fine. And like, you know what I mean? I hope I don't. I hope you do. I hope you feel strong in your beliefs and convictions in certain things. But I ask you to keep an open mind about certain things. Not be so closed-minded. You know, and the older we get, the harder it is for us to grasp new concepts and new ideas. And it's the new ideas that's going to help update our old pre-existing paradigms. The decisions and like we make are based on a subconscious pretext. It's just things that are like has been just shitted into our brains and inundated, and you know, we had no say about it. But hey, maybe you're living the best life. Maybe you're living your best life, and then none of this shit resonates. That's fine. But I'm sure there's a reason why you're hearing this, and you've made it this far, about 29 minutes into it. I don't want to just survive. We don't need to. Our ancestors did that for us. I want to live. And to me, living is serving my community while I'm here. Offering an alternative source of healing, of meaning, of information. Because none of this stuff that I'm saying is new. what I'm using is my brand and my face and my image to help convey this message, so maybe it can resonate with someone that doesn't resonate with somebody with a cardigan and glasses and a suit, or like trying to express these things. Because our biases, right? Maybe you're biased to somebody in a suit, or biased to a white dude, or biased to a black dude, or biased to somebody with a hair bun and fucking harem pants and stuff, and you won't allow it. Because I know myself, I won't listen to somebody that don't look like me, or like doesn't correlate with what I respect in a being. But I know that about myself, right? And I've been working on allowing myself to hear people out, even if I don't like them. Because sometimes the person you dislike the most has the most information to give, the most knowledge to give you. You know what I mean? So if there's somebody I dislike strongly, and they tell me, if you put your hand on fire, that shit is gonna burn you. But I find out, he's like, I don't know, stuffing fucking ping pong balls up his rectum. I don't know. That doesn't mean I discredit what he says. Because fire is hot and it's going to burn the shit out of me. That's some truth. But yeah, I don't agree with him sticking ping pong. Well, I mean, maybe that's... But if he gets pleasure in ping pongs in his rectum, then fine, it's good. Right? And these are the strings. The figurative strings that I was talking about. The figurative strings are my biases. Like, I used to not let people... if they didn't support what I was having, right? If they weren't with me and my beliefs, then I won't listen to them. I won't respect them. But I'm working mighty, mighty hard to allow that to be. And listen to people. I mean, really listen to people without looking to rebuttal or reply. So the gist of this episode was about accountability. It's kind of the theme for every podcast I've done. And I'm going to keep drilling it in every class and every person in every episode I talk to. It's just like, yeah, accountability. Accept your position. Accept where you are. Accept your feeling as your own feeling. Quit the blaming. Quit the shaming. We're all doing the best we can. Just because the best doesn't correlate with what you think the best is, then, it's like... Because that's so easy. It's the easy way out when we go and just say that it's this person's fault. It's this person's fault. No, it's my fault. If I lose my keys, that was me being mindless. And I've done that last week, like twice in one day. I blamed myself. I blamed myself. But then I was kind to myself afterwards. Alright, so that's a wrap. This is the Be Wealthy Podcast, episode 5, Cinco to Synchro. Check us out at the Healing Fields if you want to come support us. Alright, all classes are on a sliding scale, $10 to $20. This is great. Life is beautiful. I love. And that's just for today, and that's just for the moment. So check us out, yo. Pieces and greases.